Let's get into the topic at hand,
Yes.
Mr. Leroy, big photographer man. Um, big photographer man. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. Um,
Yeah.
so we were both recently in like, no, I wouldn't say a drought, but like we weren't taking photos. We weren't really doing photos like that like we used to.
Moist enough.
You what?
We wasn't moist enough. We was in a very bad place.
We was in the heated place. Um, well, while you were in that place, like, what did you try to do to get out of it?
Shit. That's a good ass question. Like mostly what I was doing, other than just like watching anime or like sitting on bed like watching TikToks for like hours. And that's the thing, like when you start realizing there's something
Hmm.
bad for you, that's the best. That's the best thing you could possibly do. Because I was in my bed like just all day long watching these TikToks, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I fuck with that, or I fuck with like, why am I doing this shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I had wasted so many days just being fucking sad and lost with my art, with people I was like talking with, all that stuff. I was like, wow, I'm like wasting my time. And
Mhm.
like I was one person in high school that I always be like, bro, y'all should always wake up early so you can maximize your day. You know what I mean? So like my homie Davey, he hits me up. He's like, when you gonna join this chat? And I'm like, what chat? And it was something called the Not Nice Club chat room, whatever. I was like, I'm gonna join sometime. And like he got Cedric on board, all that shit. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna see what it's about. And the first day I got in, I was like, man, never seen all that. But everyone's camera was on, so I'm like, all right, let me just turn on my camera. And we just got to talking and shit. And you know, you always have those friends that you talk to, and you're like, yo, man, I'm going through this, and they're like, oh, for real, man, have you heard this song? Like, and they just ain't, they just don't give a fuck about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, like, yep. Okay, moving on.
Moving on, bro. But like, I was like, no, these people listening. That's weird. And like, they would talk, and we'd all listen. And I'm like, that's when I figured out. Like, you just need people that listen to you. You know, like they had. I feel like I'm skipping so much. Like, no, but
Yeah, yeah.
they listened and listened and listened, and we had all these like challenges and stuff we set for each other. And like, one of the homies was running the whole brand. And I shot for him. He shot for me.
Hmm.
And like, it just got me thinking. Like, bruh, everyone here is artistic. Everyone here is a vibe. And especially when it comes to making or loving what you do, surround yourself with the people that do the same thing or like have like mindedness. Like you just need to find your own niche, find your own people, bro. It works. And that's how like, I kind of got out of it. You know what I mean?
That's such a like an inspiring story. Like that's a damn. That's
No,
crazy.
I mean,
I'd
everyone.
say mine was more so like I was trying so much at once. Like I was trying so many like different new things. So I was trying like photo retouching. I was trying 3D animation. I was trying like, just new stuff. I was just throwing myself in like different pits. But I was like, why am I trying to relearn, like start fresh in so many different areas when I'm already like in photography? I feel like a lot of people do that where it's like, I gotta get better to do like the next big thing. I gotta do this. I gotta add this to my, you know what I mean? Like, cause like so many people are multi-talented.
Yeah,
So it's like, I feel like a lot of people are trying to catch up to others.
yeah. I feel,
And,
yeah. You kind
and
of feel like you struggling behind sometimes.
yeah, so then it's like, it's just mad awkward for no reason. Not awkward, but like straining on the brain. Cause
Yeah,
like you're trying to multitask so many different things, so many different learnings that I wasn't making anything. I was like looking back, I remember the entire time I wasn't posting, it was just like I was learning and I was trying to do stuff, but I just wasn't getting to the point of each thing to where I could actually create something. So I feel like people, my biggest tip would be like for people to not stretch yourself thin and like try so many different areas, because like I feel like if you try to do too much, you'll burn yourself out and there'll be nothing to back it up.
exactly. You want to give your. I feel like too, we have that mindset of like being judged, especially
Hmm.
like just putting our art out or like putting our like thoughts out. And that's the thing, like everyone should be open to judgment, you know what I mean? Like you could always just like say, ah man, I didn't want to like I didn't want that person to like slander me or talk shit. But, like
I don't want Craig 123 to diss
to like
me.
Oh man, that might just ruin my day. And that's the thing too, like you'll have like 1,000 nice comments. And you're like, man, this made me feel good. And it just takes that one comment to like throw you off and shit. But like the thing to combat that too is like just you taking all that negative energy is there for a reason. Unless you're just doing something crazy, like yo, calm down for a minute. But like all that negative, because like even when I'm saying shit about like I didn't really like Certified Lover Boy, there's a guy in my comments talking about you gonna say that shit and have cartoons on your wall. Well, first of all, it's anime. Like I'm not gonna argue about this shit, but like just to let you know, you had no good rebuttal. Like you brought up my posters. Another guy's like, you got Frank posters. I'm talking about Donda. Like this shit, we probably fans probably listen to the same music. Like, but that's the thing. Someone gonna look at my poster and be like, yo, I'm gonna follow this guy real quick. I like that poster. Maybe he liked this, and then we like that. I went on like this online chatting thing. Just me random people out of shit. I typed in Drain Gang because I like Young Lean and Top Boy and shit. And I'm finding like the coolest fucking people. Like you drain or whatever. Like and they singing lyrics and all that stuff. I'm typing in like just stuff that people like that I like, and then we making connections off that, you know. So like you go outside, you tell somebody that their whole fit's fire, like they gonna be like, oh, thank you. And they might say it to you, or they might like just spark a conversation. That's like not even how you just talk to the ladies. Because for real, if you saying that to the ladies, they gonna fuck with you. You know what I mean? Cause like, like it's something out of the usual, but it's like that's how you talk to everybody. You compliment them, or you just let them know, like, oh, I'm feeling this way. How you feeling? Anything like that. You be human, because like not a lot of us get that interaction, or we're afraid of like what comes next. But what we should be afraid of is missing out. Well, not like a party or whatever, but like just missing out.
Missing out on the interaction. Like exactly. I feel like a lot of people have forgotten that we can interact in person because of COVID and everything, and like just because of social media. So like most people will resort to like going online or like going on like and just distracting themselves to avoid going out with like 2 or 3 people who are inviting them out, because like again it's gonna be anxious, it's gonna be stuff, and like I'm not feeling the best, I'm in a rut right now. But I'm telling you, if you get yourself out there and like just even if you're not feeling the best, like obviously depending on the person, like you know you know yourself, you don't want to go out, you don't want to go out, all good. But what I'm saying is if you're in a rut like creatively, or if you're in a rut like anyway, musically, whatever, any creative field, I feel like if you go outside, go see something, you might get inspired.
You'll always have that like just out of body experience when you just jamming it. And again, everyone that doesn't go to a concert, bro, I need you to just think for a minute. Why the fuck are you limiting yourself? Like, if you like Frank Sinatra and you like some new jazz, go check out a jazz concert. If you like EDM, go to a fucking rave. You know what I mean? Like, don't waste time. There's people that like that shit. But I feel like interaction is the hardest thing. Like, my boy's an introvert, Michael. And like he's still gonna fuck with you if you're just genuine. He likes genuinity, and everybody likes that stuff. But you know, you just gotta stay real to yourself. You're gonna make so many friends in this life. I just need like everybody to know, like if it's just deep down, if you in a bikini bottom or anything like that, you just down bad. It's gonna get better if you apply yourself. So, you know, keep that in mind.
Applying yourself and like just keeping yourself open to experiences, because like I feel like a lot of people when they get in a rut, and you can tell me if you felt this way too, if you felt like you're closing yourself off from people. So like people will be like, yo, like let's go out, let's go do this, and you're like, nah, like I can't really right now.
My parents won't let me, but you ask them, Dad, yeah, sure. Like, why are you asking me even? Like, no, that's true. I always wanted to just be on my own. Like I didn't feel any better. I was just like, man, save me from my pain. You gotta say yourself. It's like someone calling you pretty, and you're like, I don't see it. Bitch, you ain't gonna see it then. Like, the fuck?
Look in the mirror a little bit. You know, you gotta see it to believe it, right? So if you go in the mirror, you can find something. Again, like it's with the same thing creative. You could like read a book. You could go outside and see something crazy, like super colorful, and be like, oh, I want to paint that. Or, oh, I got an idea for this. Or, oh, that sound really good. I'll make a song off of that. You know what I mean? Like, you can be inspired in so many ways that I feel like when people are in ruts creatively, I find they don't get like if they don't have like a close group,
Mm.
they don't allow themselves to do like other stuff. You know what I mean? So like going out or going outside and no one see this. They just keep themselves in that routine. And that routine is going to be detrimental to them because once the routine keeps going and you see you're not posting anything for months and almost a year, then you'd be like, oh man, like what if I posted that whole year?
Yeah.
Oh man, what if I posted like all 6 months? You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's a feeling of missing out, but not missing out like on like a party or something, but missing out on like what you want to do.
Is a and nah, like people just it's a big thing too. Like you got people on like the internet looking at the next bit, like fit, not even looking at their closet. Now you wasting
Mhm.
money on a bunch of pieces. Like people need to learn how to be themselves. Like even if that shit weird. Cause I'm the biggest weirdo, bro. I was that kid that could not like sit still in class. Or
Mhm.
like I wanna play basketball with the homies. They didn't even wanna play with me. You feel me? So like I'm asking the kid Jordan and like this is back in grade 3 or whatever. I'm like, bro, you wanna play basketball? He's like, nah man, you weird. I'm like, alright. You know, like I just said I
That's crazy. Wait, what
but
grade was this?
this was like 3, this was like recess. And I said that, he's like, no,
Wow.
you mad fucking weird. I'm like, alright. And like I remember just being in high school and my boy hit me up. He's like, yo, Jordan remembers you and he just wanna say fuck you. And I'm like, for real? That's crazy. Like, you really
Sounds
a
like
bitch.
some movie shit. Sounds like
This
some movie shit.
and like, bro, I remember just like he pointed the camera at Jordan. I'm like, why he look so pussy? Like, he don't even want to be himself, bro. I would hate to be you, nigga. I really hate to be you. Like people just pushing other people out of like circles or whatever like that. Like, I was a kid and he was a kid too, so I wasn't even like giving a fuck. But like
You
to
weren't
him,
impressed.
I wasn't impressed when I heard that shit. Like, oh fuck you, and he trying to start some shit. I'm like, bro, you goofy as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna lie,
Mhm.
bro. Like I'm. It's not like I'm really different. I still have like the weirdest shit to say or
I just
whack.
feel like
So it's so
people just like the best way to describe it is like when it doesn't fit into their norm, they're like, yo, that's mad weird.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
because it's so left field from what they think is like true. So it's like, nah, that's different. Like, because it's not them. It's
Oh,
not like it's not within like, okay, this is
yeah.
what's cool, this is what's lame. It's like a gray area. So they're like, whoa, that's weird.
That's
That's
weird.
stupid.
That's
You shouldn't
cringy.
do that. You shouldn't do that. You should stop. It's
What you
like,
mean?
dog.
So you don't eat pizza every day? No, man.
You
Don't fuck with pizza like that. Like it really makes my stomach hurt. You a loser. What?
weirdo.
You weird. Like
You eat rice?
why
Bro,
would you eat rice?
fucking weirdo.
You can
You
just
know
eat
what I
pizza.
mean?
We're pushing norms into normalities.
Yeah.
We take the similes and we make them a little simile. I have no
Okay.
idea what I'm saying. Like, bro,
The
stop it.
man trying to spit mid sentence.
Sorry, guys, he's off perks. Like, he just you know what he's saying right now.
um, but no, like I have another question. What other than the group, what do you think like pushed you the most to get out of
Yeah,
that rut?
man, it's just like I can't stand like looking at myself at the end of the day and being like, I didn't make something today or I didn't feel productive. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? So that's everyone just has their own process of working, but I looked at it as, you know, like I'm gonna see my favorite photographers and musicians pull out music and like beautiful like pieces of art every day. But I'm not gonna contribute to it even though I said I wanted to do it, you know. So, you know, I always have like a little Leroy nagging in my head, like, oh you gotta do this, you gotta do that. But I'm like, at the end of the day, I wanna show people something they haven't seen before because that's my duty to this earth, you know. I got like people I wanna connect with and tell them at the end of the day, you're gonna be okay, you know, like I'm here for you. But you know, I want them to be there for themselves first. And for that to even happen, I need to be there for myself
Of
and
course.
push out, you know, some crazy shit. I just want everyone to see the world in a beautiful light. And we gonna make it happen.
Hmm.
Have the
I feel
mentality.
I feel like it's definitely big on mentality and like
100%.
especially like your I feel like it's your space too. You know what I mean? Like I feel
Yeah.
like if you like align your stuff, like your computer, whatever, your phone, whatever, to like like even if like so let's say someone's like addicted to TikTok, addicted to Instagram, whatever,
Yeah.
any of those, dog, there's always a solution. So you can literally set a limit. So like for example, I think like early 2020, I set like a limit for Instagram to like 30 minutes only. So I
Whoa.
really wasn't on Instagram. I really wasn't.
You
Just because
crazy.
I noticed I was on it like
Yeah.
I think it was like 4 hours like a day almost. It's like yo.
Damn.
Yeah, because it was like it just because I feel like Instagram's such a big platform. You could just scroll forever. Either
Yeah.
scroll forever or like find cool people, message them, whatever. But
Yeah.
like you could be on there like 2 to 3 hours easy, like a day. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna do a quarter, not even a quarter of that, but like just 30 minutes. That's all I really need to message people, put something out. Because you don't need 5 hours on TikTok. You don't need
Yeah.
4 hours on Instagram. If you notice you got too much of something, regulate it so then you have more time to just think
Yeah. I like
on
that.
like our
Right.
our pieces, you know what I mean? Like if you had the time to like sit there for like 3 hours watching videos, you know what I mean? Also use the time like if you want, this is all up to you. Use that time to watch like a documentary on something or like watch like learn something about your field. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Watch someone who's succeeding in your field. Because if you don't have a group, if you're like solo and you just don't have any friends, then you gotta be your group.
You gotta be on group. I feel like if you just apply yourself to it, though, like if you want to find people that be doing the same shit you do, just
Definitely big on like Reddit and Discord.
you gotta get on Reddit. I mean, like I know this pandemic's taught people a lot of things though. Like if you want to hang out with this kind of person and do this, like these are the ways to do it. You don't have
Mhm.
to, maybe go on this website and because everything's online now, especially with COVID. So if y'all
Mhm.
haven't been using your browsers, I don't know what the fuck you've been doing, but like, damn, it's amazing meeting people now on IG through forums and shit. Like, I never have a day I ain't talking to some random person on the internet.
And it's crazy because like thinking back, like on like when like things were open and stuff, I wasn't meeting as many people as I am now
Yeah,
to help push my ideas out. Like I wasn't meeting so many creatives that like, yeah, like yo, push that out, like that sounds sick. Or like, yo, dog, like I'm down to like do whatever. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like I didn't have those like minded people, but now I have them like in my back pocket on my phone. Just message them, call them.
yeah.
So it's like
That's
again, like if you don't have anybody, you can either find somebody, find a group, find like minded people. Just be nice, just be a nice person. Like treat people how you want to be treated and you'll have a group. And then when you have a group, you'll be out of that rut. And when you're out of the rut, you'll be creating.
you gotta you gotta treat people how you want to be treated. That's a good one too. Like, it's crazy, like you hear that as a kid and you're like, oh, that's mad corny, and like, like, would you really fuck with somebody that did not fuck with you? Some people
like
do it. I don't
like
know if I,
back then, like when you're in elementary school, you're just following trends at that point.
exactly.
You're really following trends because like Johnny XYZ got the new Nerf whatever. You're like, hey yo, ma, I need the new Nerf. Hey yo, ma, I need the new this song by this artist because
Yeah,
Johnny has it. I want the better one because
man.
I gotta be setting the trends. I can't be lacking. Because like elementary school, elementary school is like literally just trends and you're just following along. So then treat people how you want to be treated. It's like there's like one in every like 10 maybe.
Yeah,
Like kids that are like, yeah, that's where that like they go by that. Cause like they'll see someone else do like something rude and be like, oh, so that's normal? Okay.
that's crazy. Yeah, that's a weird ass feeling. Like, where did they learn that from? I feel like it's from their parents though. Like if you
It's just
start
like,
hitting,
they just don't know any better. They just don't know any better.
but if you
Cause
like
like
wake up and you see your cop father beating your mother, do you like go to school and beat other people? Is that how it starts?
I
Cause like,
think
yeah,
I think honestly, it just depends on the environment, right? If
Right.
like
Yeah.
if the parents or anything are like, yo, be creative, do this, whatever,
Yeah.
pushing that, right? And like they're just pushing like the be nice to others and they'll treat you the same. Like pushing that heavy. I feel like then maybe, but like I feel like again it's just like they get like as a kid or anything, you grew up around like your parents, school, and religion if it applies.
Yeah.
And then from there it's like yeah, like you basically form your opinions off of that. That's your reality. Until you get on the internet. Like until you get in the internet, until you travel, like that's your reality. Like you're in city XYZ. And then I'm learning this from school and picking up trends from my friends. And then my parents say this, cool. But my friends say I should do this and lie to my parents, so I gotta be cool for that.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Gotta be cool for them.
Gotta be cool for the friends.
Man, like to the day, it's gonna be so weird because like, I'm thinking like 50 years from now, I just want to still be me. But like, what's gonna set me apart from that guy? And that's just like that's not hard to like even do because you're already doing it like subconsciously. Like I
Hmm.
know I can never be that guy because I don't wear what he wears. I'm not him. I'm not. But you just don't have to try to be someone else, and it's so easy not to do that. Just to be yourself.
That also plays into like getting yourself in a rut. If you compare yourself to somebody, right?
Yeah,
And then you get in a rut because of that, right? That could also help get yourself out of a rut because like if you're just sitting there comparing yourself to somebody, you can't push forward because you're just putting yourself at a limiter. Like, oh, um, dude, on Instagram 101, whatever, is doing this. I gotta, and he's doing it. He's killing it. I can never do something like that.
yeah.
You don't have to do something like that. You can just do something different, and it could
No
be
one
better.
has. Yeah, like you just don't need to. Like
Like
you
I
try
find a lot
not
of
being that
photographers
guy.
do that.
Nah, yeah, that's a huge thing. Like when you look at somebody's shit and it's in the same field, like if you do landscape and someone takes like a beautiful picture of like a fucking tree, you like, man, I could have
Hmm.
done that better. Like, why don't I do shit like that? Why am I so bad? But even like with my portraits, like I take the best portraits, in my opinion. But at the same time, I still get conflicted when I see something that's like amazing. Like, how you do that? Like, what's your presets? Like, what's your
Yeah, you
like?
like start asking details like, "What's your preset? What
How
time you
you
edit at?" Like,
Yeah, like, what kinda angles can you get that I can't? And the
mhm,
thing is, like, especially with photography, like, bro, you can just walk up to niggas and just, like, point your shit at them, and that's where the prom lens comes in, like, we're using 35s, 24s, like, 50s, 70s,
mhm,
80s, and everybody it's not just, obviously, like, bokeh always ranges in, like, your 1.4s and your 1.2s, 1.8s,
yeah,
but you need to, like, realize that, yo, buying all this shit ain't gonna make me better. Doing all this shit ain't gonna make me better. Doing me is what's gonna make me better, and better yet, it's gonna set you apart from other people, you know? So, like, once you realize, "Oh, wait, I can just, like, walk up to this person's face and get the same result. I didn't need that because I did my research, and now I know that everything's the same. I just need to make it my own, like, tangent kind of, like, you can get your shit right if you just know the
mhm,
basics." So, like, I feel like that goes for a lot of things. You know the basics of like this, XYZ. You can do it your own way. Ain't nobody gonna tell you nothing. And you know, like there's kids in math, like fucking making their own formulas and getting the same answer, but teachers getting
mhm,
mad as fuck. Like, don't do it like that. You gotta do like, no, he did it perfectly. You just tripping. Like he didn't do it your way. Yeah, but like
yeah.
shit.
Like, I feel like
There's
it's,
no secrets to it. Yeah.
I think it's big for sure. Like, people trying to not find excuses, but like just like thinking what they're doing is wrong. Because like again, like people will just be like, "Nah, it's corny, it's stupid. You don't do it that way," or like
Yeah.
they'll compare themselves. But like the biggest thing is like, yo, just start and then
Just
see what
start.
happens.
And you'll never know if you ain't gonna, you gotta put out there. I feel like the best place to do that though is probably TikTok. Like, even though it looks so like whack at first, to me, a lot of
I say TikTok or Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter, bro. People just want to hear what you want
Or
to say.
Reddit, even Reddit, yeah, because like you could just
Everywhere.
post like because you could just post whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I think honestly, any platform is good, except for like Facebook maybe, but
Yeah,
like Instagram, Twitter, Reddit. If you just start posting like ideas, someone's gonna be like, oh, I like that idea, and then you'll do that idea more, and then more people will gravitate towards that idea, and then you'll develop that idea and evolve it. And once it evolves, you'll get more people like it. You know what I mean?
yeah. Just little Isaiah, like just running everywhere and just shitting on the floor and picking up shit, just throwing it at the wall. Now we just thinking about kids, cause like I said, little Isaiah. So I'm thinking about little kids.
But yeah, like I don't know, just throw your ideas out, right? Like throwing ideas at the like not even at the wall, but like online, just like getting feedback is huge. Cause like you're in a group at that point, and you're talking to somebody, you're getting a instant feedback
Yeah.
on like your latest work.
Man, you need that instant feed. Man, you just need people that ain't yes, man. I hate people like that. This looks
Mm-hmm.
good. This looks great, man. You gonna set me up for failure?
That's why I always think like someone tell people like photography's great. I'm like, move along. Cause like I don't want my ego to blow up. Calm down.
Bro, I can't be that person.
All right, but I think we're gonna wrap this up. Leroy, drop your ads. What's it? Where can the people find you?
You can find me at Fuji Camroy. I go by Fuji Camroy on everything, really. So just find me there. Isaiah, plug your stuff.
At Isaiah Stees. Check out the Talkly podcast at Talkly Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. It's gonna be a weekly podcast. We're just shooting out ideas, just shooting out chats with people, cool people. And yeah, I'm gonna see you guys next week.
Thanks for watching.